this company. The background, oh, sorry, I will show the presentation parallelly, sir. No issue. No, not required. Okay. So this company is established in 1999. So, sir, first I will have some. I will show 2-3 points which are not okay as per me in this case study which is given shared with us. First of all, it is asked that you have to do GHG emission inventory for calendar year 2024. Hello. I am audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
So it is given that you have to give GHG emission inventory for calendar year 2024, while all the data is shared for year 2009. So that is one inaccuracy. Then we'll go, this company brief is given 1999, it is having 10% market share, and the central office to production plant, distribution center, company owned fleet, everything is given, and they have asked for the GHG emission inventory for the calendar year 2024. That is a mistake. 2009, it should be 2009, and focus on scope 1 and scope 2 emission. The scope 3 is not given, and it is not asking for CO2 only, it is asking for total GHG emission. So it is CO2 equivalent. As far as if anybody has any other thing is, they can specify now. So what was the organization boundary was set as a consolidated approach, and operation control was taken. So facilities which were included here was central office, production plant X, production plant Y, distribution center, and company vehicle fleet. While the DHL delivery partner is there, it is a logistic product, but it will come under scope 3, so it is not included. So now we'll come first to central office. So in central office, they are occupying 4,000 square meter, out of total floor area of 4,000 meters square, they are occupying only 1,000 meters square area. So anything in shared facility, it should be only 25%. So total electricity consumption is given for entire floor, which is, it is visible, it is 2,17,540 kilowatt hour. So I have taken as per pro rata basis, we are, this company is occupying only 1,000 meters square. So electricity bill is also taken as a pro rata, 54,385 units. But there is no worry whether you take anything, because this is a building owner is 100% REC. So it is totally renewable energy certificate is having. So there is this, for renewable energy, this emission factor is 0. So there is no CO2 emission or GHG emission for renewable energy here. So second is a HVAC loss. So there is given the loss of refrigerant. Opening stock was 30 kg. Ending stock is 10 kg. So total loss is 20 kg during the year January to December. So 20 kg gas has leaked out, but as it is a share and we are they are occupying only 25% of the area. So this whatever refrigerated R410A, that data is given from the DEFRA book. So that is kg is given, kg CO2 equivalent in 1924, other is not given, and CO2 equivalent of total is 1924. So total is 1924 into 20 kg loss is coming 38,480. But we are only using 25, company is using only 25% floor area. So it has reduced to 9,620 by multiplying by 25%. The third point here, vehicle. So company owned vehicle has traveled 450,000 miles, and they are gasoline powered. So, and these company owned vehicles, specifically it is in corporate office. So those are cars, but they have not specified they are small cars, large cars, big cars. So we have taken average car, and that carbon equivalent is given in kilometer as well as mile, but it is for like 50,000 miles. So it is 1,19,128 carbon equivalent is coming. We are taking direct total emission because it is requirement is a total GHG emission. They are not in CO2 only. So factor is 0.26473 multiplied by 4,50,000 miles. So it is coming 1,19,128. As it is company-owned vehicle, that will come in scope 1. So that's all about the central office. Now we go to the production plant X, which is in Mexico. So their electricity consumption data is missing. Emission factor is given 0.25 kg CO2 per kilowatt hour. As electrical data is missing, we cannot calculate this emission coming out of the, this is scope 2 because it is a purchased electricity. It is from local utility is given and emission factor is given is 0.25 kg CO2. Again, here also, it is not CO2 equivalent. It is only given for CO2. So we cannot take total GHG emission because there may be another cases methane or NOx and other gases based on the fuel used by that utility. But all the data are missing. So this part is we are not able to calculate. Second is fuel consumption. They are using diesel oil as well as natural gas. So those data are also taken from the DEFRA and that CO2 equivalent, total CO2 equivalent is taken because we are calculating GHG. Henceforth, I am calculating total GHG wherever data is available for total because we have to submit total GHG emission. So here also it is because it is on site, we are taking in scope 1. So diesel is 19,961.6 and natural gas is 1000 into that factor 2.045. So it is 2045. So total emission is 22,007. It is all scope 1. Now we'll go to production plant Mexico. Here electricity consumption is given. But as emission factor is 0 and it is in PPA agreement, so it is used wind farm energy. So as emission factor is 0, GHG emission from the electricity consumption, which is scope 2, is 0 here. So we have not calculated because it is 0. Now on-site fuel consumption is LPG. So 84,600 kg LPG is used or consumed in the boiler. So LPG, I have taken this data from DEFRA in total tons. So 84,600 kg is converted to tons, 84.6, because data is available in ton unit. So that data, total CO2 emission multiplied by 84.6. So it works out to be 2,48,669.9. So 248,670, you can take approximately. It is also scope 1 because it is inside the premises of this production unit. Then loss of refrigerant. Here also HFC 134A refrigerant is used. So opening stock was 1000 kg, closing was 200, so total loss is 800 during the calendar year 2009. So emission factor of total here also the factor is given is a total GHG emission only, not CO2 in DEFRA for HFC 134A, which is 1300. So 1300 and that unit is kg of CO2 equivalent per kg of emission or gas refrigerant, which is loss. So it is 1300 into 800. So it is 10,40,000 unit is coming. And so total of this plus 248, which is there in boiler, total scope 1 coming from the factory is factory wise 12,88,670 kg. Now we'll come to the company owned vehicle. So these are also in the scope company owned vehicle, and because they are company owned, it is in scope 1. So they have given that 9,068,500 gallons of diesel is used in this, and 1 gallon is equal to 3.785 liters. So it is converted to total 36,65,000 liters. Diesel factor is given, diesel emission factor is given in DEFRA, which is taken here, which is 2.66. So diesel consumed is 36.65 lakhs, and this is a factor 2.66. We multiply, we'll get 97 lakh 56,636.79 CO2 equivalent emission. Now we have a distribution center also in Texas. So here also there is a hitch because here emission factor is not given. And here whatever monthly consumption of data is there, they are telling 50% is crude used from REC, means renewable energy source. So total consumption is 43,410 we have taken 50% only from ERCOT grid, because this 50% is only where the emission is there. Other 50% there is no emission of GHG. So emission factor I have taken from the UN, this because it is in US and we all know from which grid it is taken. So DBS, there is a data is available. Those data I have taken. So that data is here. The data is given in CO2, methane, and N2O. So CO2 is 1181, methane is 16.7, and nitrous oxide is 13.1. But these are methane equivalent. They are not converted to CO2. So I have taken multiplication factor for methane as a 25, and for N2O it is 295. If the number of years are not, it is assumed that if number of years are not given, we have to assume it is for 100 years period. So the factors 25 and 295 used here for converting from methane emission to CO2 equivalent is 25, and for nitric oxide it is 295. So 16.7 into 25 is 417, and here is 298 factor is there, so 3900. And these emissions are pound per megawatt unit, while our requirement is kg per kilowatt unit. So I have converted 1 pound is 0.45 kg and 1 megawatt is 1000. So this emission factor of 1181 becomes 0.5366. This 4175 factor becomes 0.189 and 3903 will become 1.77. So all together you multiply by the 2175 kilowatt of energy used into these factors. So for CO2 is 11644, for methane it is 4114, and for nitrous oxide it is 38468. So total 54,229 emission is there. So this is based on location. This data is taken for ERICT grid, but we have to take market base also. So for US, market based emission factor is not 1181 for CO2, it is 1216. For methane, instead of 16.7, it is 24.03. And for nitrous oxide, instead of 13.1, it is 18.08. So all these change will change, and total will come, instead of 54,000, it is coming to 70,995. There is a very high increase, because many places they might be using the fuel which is inferior. So these emission factors are high in market base for total overall US, while this grid is having a lower factor. This is the difference here. So I have then make summary sheet for scope 1. For central office, it is 1,19,000. For company vehicle, scope 2 is 9620. For location base or market base also, because here only refrigerant leak is there. Then production plant X, then production plant Y, distribution center, and company base. So all this data which is calculated in first sheet is summarized here. So overall emission, location base, it is coming as a 112,50,292, and for market base 112,67,058 kgs for carbon equivalent. That is all from my side. If anybody has any question, or if you want to see.
Yeah,
You're very well prepared, Subodhji.
Yeah, everyone, please go ahead and ask your questions, please.
Any doubt is there, data?
Yes, sir. Actually, I'm not doubt. Just yesterday, a bit confused. And that's why I called, not called the messages, Vivek sir, regarding that thing. So I don't know the data sheet. Actually, there is mentioned the GHG protocol, but not mentioned the which data sheet you will refer. So actually, I did it as per the GHG protocol data sheet, which is available is the our 25 what called sir. What is Vivek sir shared that in the power portal na, that I incorporate in the summary. So it will be like a little bit changes in the calculation. Otherwise, it is bit okay for me. I think there is no confusion. I am clear actually.
Good, thank you. So, Subodhji, thank you very much. Just go a little bit up. I have one question only. It's not
Where?
a major question.
Which? First sheet, man.
Yeah,
Overall sheet.
yeah. Is it ERCT or ERCOT?
ERICT. But in that, in US NDP, it is given ERCT. That's why I written ERCT.
No, down. C, go to C, yeah. Sorry, D. Yeah. Is it ERCOT grid or ERCT grid?
ERCOT grid. ERCOT
Okay.
grid.
So there is a misspelling here. Nevertheless, I think you have done your justice to your work. Thank you very much. There is no question. So we will move to next participant, which is Paresh ji. Can you go ahead?
Yeah, thank you very much. I'll
Okay.
just go ahead.
Okay, fair.
Once the Subodhji, yeah, okay, he has unshared. So I'll share my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'll just put the question which was given to us first, and that is the entire one. I have put case study, whatever was given to us by Vivek ji, and then we are supposed to answer the question in this format, which is here. So which I have already filled up.
Sorry to interrupt, Paresh. I have submitted that also. So
Yeah.
format also, but for calculation purpose, I have shown on the Excel sheet.
No, everybody is right, provided the concepts are perfect. So this is, and calculations are at the bottom. So I'll just show you that. Say in this case study, few things were not available to us, as you said, Subodh ji, कि कुछ emission factor नहीं थे हमारे पास, कुछ power consumption data नहीं था हमारे पास. So I have used IPCC and US EPA for data for creating those missing emission factors, and which I have noted down here. So all of this data is here, and calculations which I wanted to tell you is similar to what you have done. So for refrigerant R410A and leakage, and this is what is the 38.48 tons of CO2 equivalent. Company owned vehicles. So similarly, I have calculated for diesel and other things. Production plant X. Here again, I have calculated as per the data given and IPCC, US EPA emission factors. Production plant Y. Again, everything calculated. Now that is why in scope 1 emission there are no problems. So it is 11644.04 tons of CO2. The real problem comes in scope 2 because the data on the data center electrical consumption and plant X electrical consumption are not given. So what we have done, we have assumed some data and calculated on market-based approach and the location-based approach. So I'll show you what we have assumed. As per market-based, it is coming as 419. What we have assumed is, I'll show you. I had underlined that, but I don't know where is it. Here. Annual electricity use 50,000 kWh per month. This is the data we have assumed. And for the distribution center, 1,20,000 kWh. That is what we have assumed as a monthly consumption. And that is how I have calculated scope 2 emissions, location based and market based. So if I again go back to the table, the answers are given here as requested by the examiner. So I have mentioned everything here, and this is the answer, and I have filled up all of them. So Vivekji, before I close, I just wanted to tell everybody that I'll not be attending any more sessions because I have certain very tight schedules and commitments. So I wanted to thank you, Sandeep, and all the participants who are senior to me. I respect all of them, and I hope I learn this. This is my first step in learning. While my colleagues are all, uh, they have already attended your classes. So I wish I attend in future, maybe number of 2-day classes, and keep my learning on. So thank you very much, everybody. So kind of you.
Perfect. Perfect. And good to have
So I
you.
have two questions.
हाँ जी बोलिए.
First, so that you've taken that refrigerant leak 20 kg, but it should be pro rata. It should be 25% only because the company is sharing only 1,000 meter square area out of 400 meter square floor area.
Yeah, maybe you are right, but I have no answer to that. Maybe Vivek ji can help me.
So first of all, Paresh ji, thank you very much for trusting us and being with us for the last 12 days. And it was a journey which we together has taken. And we look forward to seeing you again and again whenever you are not comfortable with these kind of numbers. This presentation is your presentation. We can ask questions. Today, that's what we are doing. And we will definitely have answer at some point in time. Thank you very much and see you soon. Yeah.
And so nice of you, Vivek ji, because a teacher like you is hard to get. I have attended more than 25, 30 courses, but such an interactive session and learning was never provided by anybody. Though even I have paid up to 1 lakh, 20,000, 30,000, but you are the best. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. And
Sir, the
I'm
second question
humble
was,
people like you if they are telling this. So thank you.
परेश जी
हाँ
नमस्कार।
जी.
sir,
अरे मैंने अर्चना का देखा, आपको मेल आया हुआ है आपकी स्क्रीन पर। अर्चना जोशी, यू नो?
या मेरी टीम मेंबर है.
अच्छा, मेरी बड़ी प्यारी दोस्त है वो।
अरे वाह, वेरी गुड.
So
So
we'll
nice
get
of
in
you.
touch soon.
The world
हाँ
is
जी.
very small, huh? World is very
What is very, we'll get in touch soon, sir.
Sure. Most welcome. You are such a big and senior person, a
No,
chairman level person. So it would be my good luck to meet you and talk to you.
अभी देखिए ना JHG मिशन में मेरा कितना सीनियरिटी नजर आती है अभी थोड़ी देर।
नहीं, आप तो बहुत बढ़िया काम कर रही है. आपने जो प्रेजेंटेशन किया था मैंने देखा था. It was just wonderful.
टेक्निकल है इसमें, मैं टेक्निकल में, इस टेक्निक में मैं भी मेरी हालत बहुत बुरी है।
Rajni ji, you are the next. Go ahead.
Paresh
I
ji,
don't have much.
to
मेरी
meet
हाँ
हालत
जी.
तो बहुत अच्छी नहीं
stop
आई।
sharing. You have to stop
Paresh ji,
sharing.
nice to
Yeah,
meet you.
sorry.
Yeah. Paresh ji, nice to meet you virtually. It was wonderful journey with you. Whatever is there, we will soon connect and learn each other.
I think all of us can become a good friend and good WhatsApp group we can create
Yeah.
for all of us.
Yeah. Thanks, Paresh ji.
Thank you.
Okay. So Rajni ji, you can share your
I don't have much to, because whatever I have not attended your classes, and this time the session was very, very different.
Sure.
So let me, I have made out one presentation. मैं share करती हूँ, दिखाती हूँ आपको, एक मिनट।
There is an exam, Paresh ji, 1 hour exam. So I know you have told me 8:40 you have to go. So you can start attempting the exam. I am allowing you that you can go ahead and attempt the exam so that you will have enough time. It's a 30-minute, 40-minute, but we give maximum 1 hour. So
Link is given, the link is shared.
yeah, I will share with him right now, and everybody will
Okay.
attempt
No,
together.
no.
Where is the exam paper?
Yeah, I'm sending you. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. I will do it.
No worries. Yeah. Thanks. Meanwhile, we are waiting for Rajni ji to pick up.
Sir, after that, I will do, sir.
Please, Dharma.
Well, this is a small presentation. Let me be very candid and honest with you. I had missed many classes, and this time this was very different from what we had learned. And this time it was more technical. Last time I had enjoyed, this time I got bogged up in the figures. So whatever I could find on the net, I have taken that help, because I was not knowing. मैंने आपके डेफरा वाली क्लास भी मिस करी थी, बाद में I had attended that. So basically it is I think same company was given to everyone. It's a small company. It's a company which is born in 1999, and that jugglery of the figure of a 2009 And 2024, I have not noticed. So I have taken base year as a 2024 and the emissions getting reported for 2024 only. You had asked about which approach you have taken. We have taken the operational control method you had already mentioned, because it is reporting GHG emission from all operations all over where it has all the authorities. So that particular method has been chosen.
Your presentation is not visible.
I had shared, but आपने मुझे राइट दिए हैं सर?
हाँ जी, राइट दिए हैं। आप एक बार से फिर से स्टॉप करके शेयर कर लीजिए।
अच्छा सर। Can you see now?
Now,
We
yes.
can see
Now
it.
it is
Just
okay.
put it full screen. And Paresh ji, you can check your WhatsApp.
I have received.
So the company is, I've already spoken about this, that I've taken base year as a 2024, and this and approach that I have taken is operational control method, because the company has all the controls. Operational control is allowing the company to gather the data only from the places from where it has the access and governance. Some entities like outsourced delivery are excluded. They have not been taken, as Frosty beverage company does not have a control over that. So by using operational control method, scope 1 and 2 emissions have been reported. Facility which is included in the GHG inventory, you had asked in that question, in that the question paper. Central office has been taken, and I've also included, because it is operated directly from the Frosty beverage companies, although it is 1/4 of the space which they are using. So it is occupying only the 1000 square meter of the 4000 square meter. So but it falls under the operation control of them. And electricity is covered by 100% these certificates, renewable energy certificates. So emission here will be taken as a zero, for especially for the scope 2. And there is a refrigerant leakage also there, which has been included in the scope 1. Which other facilities? Production unit X has been taken, it has been included, and it contains a significant emission resources, that is the electricity from a local utility and on-site combustion of the diesel and the natural gas. In both the scopes I have taken into consideration. Then production unit Y also I have taken, where the electricity source is through the wind PPA. So zero emission again has been taken in this, and the large refrigerant leakage which is there, it is the major scope 1 source. I have taken that there. This is as per my understanding, because I am not as technical as Mr. Subodh is. So this is all about. And lastly, the distribution center, which they have in Texas, has been taken in the GHG inventory. And here electricity is partially from the 50% is from the this renewable energy certificates. Again, emission will be zero under the and will be taken in the scope 2. Then company also have their own fleet. So it is because it is the own fleet, it is fully controlled by the company. So under scope 1, it has been taken into. What I have excluded is the delivery, that is a third party logistics. But third party वाला data यहाँ नहीं है, तो इसलिए उसका कोई consideration नहीं है. I've calculated only, but my figures may be very different from what Subodhji has calculated, because he has gone very deep. I have done a mota kind of a thing. The operational boundary scopes, scope 1, 2, 3. Scope 3 here was an optional, because it included all the indirect emission, which we were not calculating here. Boundaries are very clear defined. No major omissions. To my understanding, I have noticed here. The market-based method, which I read on the net because I was not aware of, I missed few classes. So that was the reason, is applied here. Here the credible energy instrument like RAC and PPA exist already. So that align with the international best practices. we have a stationary, it is the point which is noted in the scope 1 emission is, we had a stationary combustion, we had a mobile, and we have a fugitive also. Fugitive was the leak of the refrigerant. Mobile consumption में उनके अपने vehicles का, and the company cars at the central office, which is the run by gasoline. And the stationary combustion is where the diesel and the natural gas is being used in the plant X and LPG being used in the plant Y. So these are the, everything is under the frosty control. So scope 1. Now scope 2, the emissions which are included is the central office ka 100% RECs, 0% emission has been taken into consideration. Plant X में जो grid power का emission है, that has been taken into consideration. But plant Y में it is wind PPA, so zero emission again. And in the distribution center, 50% renewable energy certificates, so 0% again, which qualify the criteria as per my understanding. This is, I have no need to repeat. The reporting year and the base year question has been asked. Both are the same, 2024. Before that, there had been no reporting. It is the first time they are reporting it, so it has been taken as a 2024 without going into the nitty-gritty of 2009, which I didn't notice. I'm sorry, I didn't notice that also. This is the scope 1 calculation. Scope 1 made the activity, the total combined, those calculations are not with me. I have done it with the pen and pencil. To my understanding, this has come out to be, these figures are there, but the total calculation of the emission is here. In the scope 1, I have calculated it as 458 tons of a carbon dioxide emission, where I have taken all these parameters which I have explained above while calculating the scope 1. Emission factors, I just checked, few were given on the in the question itself. Few I have taken just from the net. DEFRA, etc. I have not gone into the detail. Whatever I got it, I have used it. Maybe the authentic, maybe the correction is maybe required. But this is as per my basic understanding of the thing. I confess here. Then why the what is market-based method was quite new to me. So I had to read it once again. It reflects that electricity that the company chooses to purchase through contracts like renewable energy certificates and the power purchase agreements. If the energy comes from a certified renewable sources, that is the emission factor considered to be 0. So this is the market-based methods. Only plant X, which has a regular grid capacity, is contributing to the scope 2. Central office nahi kar raha because 100% REC le raha hai. Plant Y is doing it through wind from PPA and distribution center from the RECs. So for scope 2, this total comes out to be there and the emission factor was given. So I simply multiplied and calculated this emission as there. So the total emissions, scope 2 and 2 combined is 11609 tons equivalent of the carbon dioxide. Location-based method, just now Subodhji has mentioned that the market base is always higher, but I find here the location-based method figures are higher. Because it reflects the reality of one's grid emission and helps compare across the region and it is always higher than the market based. Because here one is using the average emission factor of the regional and the national grid regardless of what energy source has been purchased. It doesn't recognize the green power contracts also. This method reflects the physical grid mix, including coal, natural gas, renewable in that region. With this understanding, I moved forward for the location based. And if I find that there is no change in the scope 1 in the location base, it remains the same. Because only direct greenhouse gas emission from the sources that are owned and controlled by the company is to be taken into the consideration, which has been taken. And it is independent of the electricity procurement method. For location based, the scope 2 comes out to be a bit different because the electric usage factor changes and the calculation, after calculation, it has come out to be 630. So if we do the total of the scope 1 and scope 2, it comes out to be 12,088.94 tons of a carbon dioxide equivalent. So this is all from my side. If it is correct or wrong, I don't know. This is as per my understanding. Maybe more deliberations. Well, since my knowledge is very sketchy, let me see if I can handle your questions.
No question. I have just one doubt.
सर
How
आप
you
तो
have
मत
taken?
पूछिए, आप मत पूछिए, आप गुरु वशिष्ठ हैं, आप मत पूछिए.
Ma'am, just my here I noticed that the
हाँ.
location base. Here you mentioned that central office. You already 100% REC, na, sir, ma'am.
लोकेशन
So
Yes.
बेस्ड
yeah,
तो ये नहीं लेना चाहिए था क्या?
नहीं. इलेक्ट्रिसिटी तो दोनों केस में इट इज इट इज जीरो ओनली ना.
zero only the central office.
तो इसको यहाँ नहीं
Already
लेना चाहिए था मुझे, है ना?
no, ये zero होगा.
हाँ ठीक है, एक करेक्शन हो गई. और सर करेक्शन क्या बताइए?
तो प्रोडक्शन
तो
प्लांट एक्स
करेक्शन
का
करेक्शन
आपने
बता
कैसे
दो क्या क्या
इलेक्ट्रिसिटी
है.
यूज लिया?
अरे मैं
प्रोडक्शन
इतना
प्लांट.
कर दी, बहुत कर दी, इससे
नहीं
ज्यादा
मैडम.
समझ ही नहीं आया.
प्लांट प्लांट एक्स का आपने इलेक्ट्रिसिटी कंजम्पशन किधर से लिया?
उठाया, कहीं गुड़ा गुड़ा किया होगा, मेरी कॉपी में है
नहीं
वहाँ.
नहीं, है ही नहीं ना प्लांट का. एक्स का दिया ही नहीं है इलेक्ट्रिसिटी.
अरे कॉपी में दिया हुआ है कहीं, पता नहीं मैंने कुछ किया होगा, कहीं से निकला है ये. अब मुझे याद नहीं, मैं कॉपी में ऑफिस में छोड़ा ही. अदरवाइज आई वुड हैव गिवन यू.
Okay.
सर वेयर इट इज प्लांट एक्स का आप बोलते हैं नहीं है, और दूसरा सेंट्रल ऑफिस का नहीं है, ये लोकेशन बेस
नहीं
वाला.
नहीं, प्लांट एक्स का डेटा दे दिया है, सेंट्रल ऑफिस का नहीं है क्योंकि वो पावर ये है,
सेंट्रल ऑफिस का तो समझ
रिन्यूएबल
सेट
है.
ना कि ये नहीं होगा, तो दैट
रिन्यूएबल
आई
है इसके लिए.
अंडरस्टूड कि नहीं होगा. बट एक्सी में इसका कहीं ना कहीं से कैलकुलेशन आया होगा, प्रोडक्शन प्लांट एक्स का. वो मेरे कॉपी में होगा, मैं ढूंढ के बताऊंगी आपको.
नो एक्चुअली मैम प्रोडक्शन प्लांट का जो आपका ये है ना इलेक्ट्रिसिटी उसका डिटेल्स दे उसमें है नहीं जो
नहीं,
केस
वही तो
स्टडी
बोल
था
रहा हूँ.
उसमें.
है ही नहीं उसमें.
टेबल में लिखा, मैं कहीं से एंट्री उठा ली होगी गलत है. दिस इज द मैथ्स, तो आई हैव डन रॉन्गली, एज सिंपल एज दैट.
आप हो सकता है पुराना मतलब ऊपर वाला कोई डेटा से
मैंने
उठा दिया.
एक्सेल शीट में
Okay,
करते करते कहीं कुछ कर दिया.
okay. Let me intervene here. Means, we are not here to question. We want to
ना ना ना
question.
ना सर, अब मुझे
Rajni
तो ये
ji,
आता ही नहीं, मैं तो इतना
let
करती अपने को, मैं बड़ा बहादुर हूँ, अपने को
wait,
ऐड
wait.
कर रही हूँ.
No, I'm just putting the statistics correct. We are not here to question your intelligence. We are here to question if we are not understanding anything. Correction is
मुझे खाली इतना है
only
कि मुझे
so
अच्छे से समझ
we
में
are.
आ गया स्कोप 1 2 3 क्या होता है.
Don't worry. I think you have done the justice. I will give you the feedback if required. So nothing to get
आई
worried.
डोंट अंडरस्टैंड सर, मुझे मार्केट बेस्ड लोकेशन बेस्ड ही नहीं पता था जब व्हेन आई स्टार्टेड डूइंग इट, तो
ये
जो
आपने
पढ़ते.
अटेंड नहीं किया ना रजनी जी, आपने सारे अटेंड किए होते तो एवरीबडी वुड हैव एक्सपेक्टेड फ्रॉम यू दैट आपको सब कुछ आना
मुझे
चाहिए.
कुछ नहीं, मैंने 6 लेक्चर मिस किए थे इसमें.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल. So no worries. Thank you very much. And I appreciate your effort. And anyway, we will be meeting tomorrow for feedback session as well as
आई एम नॉट अपियरिंग इन द एग्जाम सर, मैंने कोई पढ़ाई नहीं करी है.
आप घबराइए नहीं, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. ठीक
ना
है.
ना सर, वो
तो
जीरो नंबर लाने से तो अच्छा
लिंक
नहीं.
देंगे हम आपको, आप उसके बाद देखिए आपका रिजल्ट कैसा आएगा. नेवरदलेस, लेट्स गो टू द नेक्स्ट पर्सन. थैंक यू वेरी मच रजनी जी. लेट्स गो टू तन्मय. तन्मय, गो अहेड.
My screen is visible.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay. Just my understanding of that case study, I taken one that I prepared one Word file and another is Excel sheet. That first I show the Word file. This is my Word file. That is the overview of the company. Is mostly taken from the case studies data, and is I just brief it here. So that here, as per the direction of from the case study, I make it as a like parameters and description. So I take in as a operational control. It is as a operational control method. and those are the facilities which are included in operational control. From the central office to production plant, two production plant is there in Mexico, and one central office in USA, and distribution center also USA, and the company owned vehicle fleet on the USA. And the scope included scope 1 and 2. 3 we are not taken because the data is not there. So that's why I not taken that thing. And reporting periods or the calendar year of 2024. Now comes to the base year. I taken the 2024 only, and that emission calculation that whatever is here I already mentioned into the Excel sheet. So I provide the Excel sheet. Now that my Excel sheet. So basically my calculation I don't know is more or less correct. Actually, I taken from the this sheet actually the greenhouse gas protocol. इसका पीछे रीजन भी है एक्चुअली जो उसमें शो किया था उसमें बता गया था ग्रीन हाउस गैस प्रोटोकॉल बेस सो आई टेकन फ्रॉम द ग्रीन हाउस gas protocol data sheet. So my emission factors all are taken from the this emission factor, this carbon dioxide emission factor by fuel. I taken from this data sheet. Okay, so I come to the Excel sheet. Now, in scope 2, I make it as a scope 1, scope 2 market base, and scope 2 location base, like that. So, if my first is scope 1. Scope 1 is the diesel consumption for plant X, which is in Mexico. So, that is the calculation. We will make it as there. And the emission factor is 2.91, which is taken from that data sheet, database. And now comes to the natural gas. That is the basic calculation I prepared. And here the gasoline vehicle, which is the complete fleet vehicle, and here I taken the fuel efficiency for the passenger car, which is already mentioned in the data sheet. I also show the data sheet here that yes, the passenger car 24.4 mph miles per gallon. So I convert it and make it as a that emission and multiply with the emission factor. And the diesel vehicle is the US fleet, and that is also same things I taken from the data sheet. I'm not taken the DEFRA because I don't know. Actually, I'm confused. Today, I joined the class. Do not join that. Check the class, and I already know the whatever the our data sheet. I already discussed with the Vivek sir, and Vivek sir also support me. What are the data sheet we have to follow? So this is our calculation for scope 1, and this for the refrigerator and the refrigerator, this emission factor is not mentioned here that is in this data sheet. So I taken from the Google, just Google. And now comes to the scope 2 market base. Here the central office, the electricity I taken is a 25% because that is already mentioned in the case study. And but it is fully the renewable energy source. So I taken is emission factor 0, so it is 0. And the Mexico plant, it is actually location based, so I'm not taken. It is actually 0. And the plant Y, that is also provided a 0 emission factor, so I also taken is a 0. The emission factor also 0, so that emission also 0. So, and distribution center, it is actually taken as a 50% because it is already mentioned, and that emission factor I taken from the data sheet, and just simply multiplied that. Now comes to the location base. Similarly, that thing, the same that central office is there is a RDCS 100%, so it is no emission factor 0, so it is emission is 0. And plant X, this is also actually monthly electricity data sheet is missing, so I don't know that is missing. That's why the emission factor also 0. And the plant Y same, that is a market base, already mentioned in the market base. And distribution center, here 50% that this grid system. So I also taken that grid system from the that data sheet. So it is come to the 57597. So it is our calculation sheet. So this is overall my calculation sheet, which I already shared to the Vivek sir, and that is my calculation from my side. So,
Thank you very much, Tanmay. I think you have gone in.
but I know what are the calculation and the data calculation. I actually joined the YouTube videos and all the things, and I know this. And I also bit confused, but after Subodh sir presentation, I'm little bit okay now.
That's a good stuff. Chalo, that is what the purpose of this kind of presentations are. So everybody learns from others' mistake. Now we will go to second last participant, Rajaji. Rajaj, Konugu Rajaji, if you can share your screen. And then we will go to last but not least, Mr. Ravindran.
So shall I do after Ravindran, sir?
As you wish, Miss. Both of you are equally important.
Sir? Yes. Ravi, sir?
Yeah, Rajaji.
Yeah, sir can do it, or because I need some.
Okay. If you feel, I will do it.
I will send my PPT to sir so that I can share it from there.
Sorry, I didn't get
Sir,
you.
is it possible for me to, because I have not shared it till now, sir. Shall I share it from my screen itself?
Yes, you can share your screen.
How to do it, sir?
You have a share button in the bottom. You can see with the green arrow.
Green color.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, green color box and arrow. Just click on the same and share your full screen like everybody is doing. So be careful, minimize your emails, WhatsApp, otherwise everybody will see. Otherwise, just share your entire screen.
I think I'm doing, sir.
Not yet.
I've done it, sir. Oh, not yet. Okay.
So first now it is coming. Yes.
No, it's okay, sir.
Yeah. Just put it on the screen.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, it is okay. Just put it full screen. On the right side, you will see a presentation button. Just click that. Then it will go full screen. You can see 62%, right? In the right-hand corner. Bottom corner. 62% in the PPT.
Yes,
right?
sir.
Yeah, next to that, there is a presentation button. Not that. Left-hand side. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Yes, good evening, sir.
Yeah. Go ahead, please.
Yes, good evening, sir, and to all. And this is a small presentation made by me with a little knowledge gained through our work, sir. And so the case study is the forestry beverage GSG inventory study. As we shared that it started in 1999, holding 10% of market share in the regional beverage industry. And now we are doing this study with the operational consolidation method. Operational control consolidation method in determining the boundary scope 1 and 2. And the company consists of controlled areas, control office with the 2 production units X and Y, distribution center, and company owned delivery fleet. So the organization structure is like this: central office, distribution, everything is as we discussed. The central office is having 1,000 square feet as a portion in the total area of 4,000 square feet, occupying 25%. So electricity consumption we are taking, and we are taking that electricity is consumed by 100% REC. So emission is 0, but there is a refrigerant leakage to the tune of 20 kg RE410A with the emission factor we are taken as 2.8. So it comes on 41.76 ton carbon dioxide equivalent, sir. Then production unit X, diesel with the 7,500 liters, emission factor we have taken as 2.6. I have taken as 2.68, sir, and it is 20.10 tons, and natural gas has 1,000 meter cube, emission factor to the tune of 1.9 kg. So 1.9 tons carbon dioxide, sir. The total it is a little bit, I cannot able to make it here. the total is there, total plant. And the boiler and the total plant, why? The boiler is LPG, combusted LPG they are using as a boiler fuel, 84,600 kg, the emission of 3 kg carbon dioxide per kg burnt. So the carbon emission is 253.8 ton carbon dioxide equivalent, sir. The refrigerant 134A, there was a leakage to the tune of 800 kg. The emission factor is 1430. So we are having 11440. The factors were taken before yesterday, sir. So today morning we attended that CEA and DEFRA and all. That and all not taken, sir. It is Googled only. So I may be wrong, but I need our guidance to correct it myself in future, sir. So company-owned fleet is there with the diesel consumption and emission factor, and it is 91 ton carbon equivalent. So total scope 1, sir. It is I think little bit I could able to not able to see it, read it here, sir. And total coming is 1352 total carbon tons of carbon dioxide equivalent. And then scope 2, location based, then market based. Central offices market based is 0, sir. And location based assuming 0.4 kg. So we have uploaded as 15.12. Scope 2 with the wind energy, we have PPA and market based emission is 0. Location based not specified, so assuming 0. Distribution cost 50% REC, sir. So 50% coming from ERCOT. Monthly we are assuming that and charges, and it is 8.4 ton carbon dioxide. So location based it is coming like this, sir. So final it is 11131552. Then scope 2 also calculated, sir. Market based 0 for that central office. Location based is just not given. So however we have taken 0.4 into the estimated kilowatt hour power consumed. And plant takes monthly not specified, sir, but monthly average assuming 5000 kilowatt, and the calculation has been made, sir. It is 15.12. Then plant Y is 100% wind energy via PPA, so market based is 0. Location based is not clearly mentioned, so we are assuming it as 0, sir. Distribution 50% REA, 50% ERCOT. We are assuming market based is 0. Then 50% we are taken into 0.4. So it is location 7.2. So location piece is also same because the power consumed is 50% grid and 50% REC. So this is how it is consumed, sir. I think on addition, our total scope 2 has to be made.
Okay.
Yes.
Do that and please send it to me, the final copy.
Please, sir, please.
Thank you very much, Rajaji. I think you have put
you.
your effort in right.
Yes, sir.
I
need your guidance to fine tune myself.
Indeed. That's why we have given this exercise. If I would have left you without given you such kind of exercise,
Yes, sir.
it might not have justified our session. That's why this is starting. This is not end. I always say,
yes, sir.
These kind of presentation are starting. So good.
Yes,
let's go to the last.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Raviji.
Thank you.
Let's go to Ravi Indranji. We can see his screen. I believe everybody is able to see his screen. Excel.
Yes.
Ravi Indranji, go ahead.
यहाँ सारे एनवायरमेंटलिस्ट हैं क्या? सब एनवायरमेंट पढ़ने वाले हैं क्या?
Rajni ji, your humors are really great. Yeah.
सब बड़े एक से एक जो
People
है,
enjoy
कुछ
it.
चीजें मेरी कुछ कैलकुलेशन तो ठीक है.
नहीं सब सही है.
Where I went
किसी का
wrong
कोई गलत नहीं
was
है.
कि मैंने लोकेशन वाले में वो वाला डाल
जी,
दिया 60,000.
देखिए
Okay.
एक
Yeah.
आंसर जो है, आंसर एक ही सही है. वो ऑफ कोर्स आपको मालूम चल जाएगा। लेकिन मिस्टेक हम लोग कहाँ कहाँ करते हैं ना, इस तरह के क्वेश्चन से पता चलता है। तो कोई कोई भी अपने आप को कम ना समझे। एवरीबडी हैज ट्राइड देयर लेवल बेस्ट, एंड इफ दे मेड मिस्टेक, ट्रस्ट मी, दिस इज द प्लेस टू मेक मिस्टेक। या अभी 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 पिक्चर बहुत बाकी है, कल बात करते हैं। लेट्स अलाउ रवि अंजन टू कंप्लीट हिज प्रेजेंटेशन।
Everybody can see my screen, correct? Hello?
Yes, sir. On screen is shared.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, so this is a consolidation approach, and the base year considered is 2024, and the boundaries are central office, production plant X, production plant Y, distribution center, and company owned vehicle. So let us work on central office. Scope 1. First inventory they have given HVAC. So this HVAC GWP is 1924. So based on 20 kg, whatever is there, it is 38,480 kgs. And as it is a shared premises, so 25% is to be considered. So it is 9.62 metric ton. Then they have a company-owned fleet, which is also part of the scope 1. So it's a 968,500 gallons of diesel consumption is the data available. So emission factor is 10.21 per gallon. So it is 98 lakhs. So the total emission is 9,888.39 metric ton. This is the scope 1 emission for the central office. Now, with respect to electricity, the total power is 217,540 kilowatts, as it is a RAC. So the emission factor is 0. So the total emission due to electricity is 0. And the company owns distribution center. So the distribution center is powered by 50%. One second. Power is the ratio of electricity is 50% REC, 50% is grid. So the total kilowatt they consumed 43,400 kilowatt, and megawatt is 43.41. So for calculation purpose, if you consider 50% ERCOT grid, it is 21.7 metric tons, and REC portion is 21.7. Now, when I worked out the data, I considered EPA E-grid ERCOT data. So it has a data for carbon dioxide, SOx and NOx. So that's I calculated, it is total 16,523 pounds. But we are working on kg and metric ton. So it is, I have to change here, it is a metric ton. So it is 7.7, sorry, it is 7,321 kg. And the balance portion 22 megawatt, they have considered power from renewable energy, so it is 0. The total is 7,371 megawatt, and effectively it is a metric ton is 7.37. Now if I consider on the location based, I have to consider the complete power consumption. So based on 43.41 total megawatt, it is 14,560 kg. Effectively, it is 14.6 metric ton. So with respect to market based, it is 7.37. With respect to location based, it is 14.6. Now coming to the production plant X, the scope 1 inventory is one is diesel on-site fuel. So it is 7,500 liters, and as it is the emission factor is in gallons, so 1982 is the gallons. With emission factor 10.21, carbon dioxide is 20,000, then methane is 0.3, and NOx is 1.5. Total it is 20,236, and the final emission in metric ton is 20 ton. Then the another on-site fuel they given is that they consumed is natural gas, which is 1,000 cubic meter. So the final emission is 1.91. So the scope 1 of production plant X is 22.15. The scope 2 electricity for this factory X is not given, so it is not considered here. Now coming to plant second. Coming to production plant Y, the inventory is refrigerant HVAC, which is HFC 113A, and the GWP is 1530. The effective leakage considered is 800 kg. Thus, it is 12,24,000 kgs of emission, and metric ton it is 1,224. So another on-site fuel they are using is LPG, which is 84,600 kg, and when you convert from kg to ton, and effectively the metric ton is 252.446. And the total scope 1 of plant Y is 1,476.45 metric ton. The scope 2 electricity consumption of this plant, it is totally 301 megawatt consumption, but all they have powered by wind power, so the emission factor is 0. The total scope 2 is 0 here. Thus, if you combine the summary is the emission based on scope 1 and 2 on a market based is 11,403, and scope under location based is 11,411. The total scope 1 emission is 11,396, and the scope 2 basically it is office space. It is 7.37 metric ton, and location based is 14.6. So my observation is this company has not followed the GHG protocol of completeness and transparency, because they have not given the power consumption for the plant X. So that is, the data is incomplete. Number one, my observation. Number two, mitigation is the majority of the vehicles what they used in the company owned fleet is a diesel driven. So it is like 9,898, which is a very big emission. So if they switch over, as we have studied in the mitigation strategies, if they change over to EV or EV or hybrid, whatever, they can reduce the total emission here. And another thing what I noticed is, as per the refrigeration norms, the leakage should be anywhere between 10 to 20%. But in the plant, in the office space, it is found that the leakage is more than 66 percentage. If they can reduce this leakage, they can further reduce the fugitive or whatever the leakage related emissions. So that area also they can improve. And in the plant X, instead of diesel fuel, if they can switch over to natural gas or LPG, whatever, they can also reduce the emissions. Because if you look at plant X, out of total 22.15 metric ton, it's 80% is contributed by the diesel. So if they do something here, they can reduce the overall emissions. These are my working and my observations. Thank you.
Anybody has any questions?
No, very nice presentation. Only thing, we need not take SO2 data here. That is only my suggestion. SO2 is not required in present in GH.
See, my understanding was, as this data was available, so
Yeah. It is okay. I am not saying. That
Yeah.
is only my suggestion.
Okay.
You may include something extra. It is not a problem. You should not
Okay.
delete anything or miss anything.
Okay.
Okay. So thank you, everyone. There are 4 or 5 pointers here which I prefer to speak tomorrow, but just to let you know, always remember that the data which will come to you will never be complete. Will never be complete. There will be grammatical errors. There will be calculation error. There will be typos. There will be all kind of errors. Now, what we have seen today from all the presentation, without going into the nitty-gritty, is one very clear thing that everybody had a different observation for the same data. How many of you agreed that 2009
Yes.
or 2024, we had 6 people to speak about today, and 3 people said something else, and 3 people have followed something else. Yeah. Who is right, who is wrong, that time will decide. And of course, this is an imaginary company. It is not a actual stuff. Even though I have labeled, I have not labeled, doesn't matter. So if you are on the live data, you will never get accurate data. Trust me. And if you are expecting that, I think you are living in La La Land. Point number one. Point number two. Some people have used GHG protocol. Some people have used DEFRA. Some people have used what is provided in the document. And again, who is right, who is wrong cannot be decided because this is an imaginary company. I wanted to see how you are approaching to it. Thankfully, a lot of you have come and asked questions, specifically Rajni ji. See, nobody can do a perfect job. Trust me. This is the first time, right? 12 days में क्या आप सीख जाओगे?
सर एक बात बताइए, ये सेशन बहुत टेक्निकल बना दिया आपने। पहले वाला आपका जेजी कार्बन अकाउंटिंग वाज वेरी सीमलेस, वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग, आई रियली लव्ड इट। इस बार इतना टेक्निकल हो गया कि एक स्टेज के बाद मुझे लगा कि छोड़ देना चाहिए, बिकॉज ये हम जैसे लोगों के लिए नहीं है। नेटियो में हमें प्रिलिमिनरी क्वालिफिकेशन कि
नहीं
आपके
रजनी
पास
जी,
एनवायरनमेंट की डिग्री होनी चाहिए, तब आइए आप।
नहीं 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 नहीं, रजनी जी, आपको बताता हूँ। टेक्निकल इसलिए हुआ है क्योंकि टाइम बढ़ गया, राइट? हम लोग पहले 5 दिन का स्टार्ट किया था, राइट?
ना ना सर, 8 दिन का मैंने 8 दिन
आपने आप 8 दिन वाले में, हमने 7 दिन भी किया है। 5 days, देन 7 days, देन 8 days। उसके बाद हम लोग आए 10 days, फिर आए 11 days, और अब है ये 12 days का। हुआ क्या है कि ऑफ कोर्स इंटरेस्टिंग पार्ट है, तभी तो आप इतना एंगेज कर रहे हो और हम लोग इतना बात कर रहे हैं। बट अगर आपने पहले सेशंस मिस कर दिए, इवन दो सम ऑफ देम वर वेरी कॉमन, बट स्टिल द टेक्निकल पार्ट आई हैव इंट्रोड्यूस फ्रॉम डे वन। आस्क एनीवन हियर।
वो
हमने
मैंने मिस किया ना, वो
क्लाइमेट
एक्सरसाइजेस सब।
हाँ, हमने क्लाइमेट चेंज में भी बहुत टेक्निकल पार्ट डाल दिए थे। तो जब आप पहले दिन से टेक्निकलिटी से गेट इंट्रोड्यूस हो जाते हो, देन योर जर्नी बिकम्स लिटिल इजियर। सो आप अगर वीडियो अभी भी जाके देखेंगे ना, फर्स्ट 6 days का, अगर टाइम मिला आपको, तो यू विल फाइंड इट दैट ये जो भी डिस्कशन आज हो रही है, या तो हमने पहले करा हुआ है, या तो हमने इसको एड्रेस करा हुआ है। अब ये मैं केस स्टडी, इस आप नहीं मानोगे, पिछले वाले बैच में भी इतना डिटेल में हमने नहीं करा था। वहां पे प्रेजेंटेशन नेट जीरो पे किया हुआ है। एंड इफ एवरीबडी इज अग्रीइंग, अभी नहीं करेंगे, 1 week के बाद आई विल अलाउ एवरीबडी टू प्रेजेंट दैट केस स्टडी एज वेल, विच वी डिड लास्ट टाइम। Tanmay was there. Actually, Tanmay, because you were there, I have changed the curricula last day presentation. Technical पूरा कर दिया हमने। He was there on the last batch as well. And if you guys
Yes, sir.
agree,
Yes, sir.
you remember
Yes,
it
sir.
was completely different.
It is a net zero pathway.
हाँ, डिकार्बोनाइजेशन था, कैलकुलेशन उसमें भी था।
Decarbonization. Yes.
कैलकुलेशन उसमें भी था, बट इतना टेक्निकल नहीं था। इस साल हमने इतना टेक्निकल किया है बिकॉज रजनी जी, यू आर राइट इन ऑब्जर्वेशन। लॉट ऑफ द पीपल विच इज सिटिंग विथ यू हैज अ बैकग्राउंड। जैसे अब परेश जी आपको बहुत नॉर्मल इंसान लग रहे होंगे, बट ही इकोवाडिस करते हैं, इकोवाडिस का सारा सर्टिफिकेशन करा के देते हैं। कोई नहीं बताएगा। सुबोध जी आपको नॉर्मल लग रहे होंगे, ऑफकोर्स सुबोध जी को तो आप जानते हो अच्छे से। अब ही इज
नॉर्मल नहीं है, वो एनवायरनमेंट का कीड़ा है, उन्हें सब कुछ।
हाँ, उनको बस इसी में। तो अगर मैं इसमें डिकार्बोनाइजेशन इससे पहले इंट्रोड्यूस करता ना, तो इनको मजा भी नहीं आता। अब डिकार्बोनाइजेशन का अगर केस स्टडी देंगे ना, आप देखना सब के सब अग्री हो जाएंगे, हाँ नेक्स्ट वीक आके करते हैं सर, वीकेंड पे। और मैं रिकमेंड करूंगा कि आप वो भी प्रेजेंटेशन करो। ठीक है, अभी ब्रेक ले लो, 1 week का, 2 week का, जितने दिन का चाहिए, जिसको जो कोर्सेज करने हैं करो। आप उसके बाद आइए एंड यू अटेम्प्ट दैट एग्जाम, एंड आई विल टेल यू, देन रजनी जी यू विल से कि अब मुझे ये मक्खन लग रहा है, अब ये सुबह मैं पराठे पे डाल के खा सकती हूँ। ये जो अभी आपको टेक्निकल लग रहा है ना, डिकार्बोनाइजेशन जैसे करोगे ना, I have seen in last batch, they were not able to do this much. What these guys have done, all of them, हाँ. किसी को इतनी ऑब्जर्वेशन ही नहीं थी कि 2019 9 है और 2024 है. So I'm been very happy that somebody has picked up. But point हमेशा याद रखना आप, ट्रायंगुलेशन करना. अगर कल बात करेंगे इस पे कि कैसे ट्रायंगुलेशन करना चाहिए था, सो यू कुड हैव गॉट द राइट पिक्चर. व्हाई देयर इज ओनली वन करेक्ट आंसर, वो कल बात करेंगे. तो ये हो गया सेकंड इनपुट कि डोंट गेट बॉग डाउन विद टेक्निकलिटीज. व्हाट वी वुड हैव डन इफ यू वुड हैव अटेंडेड, एनीवन हु हैज अटेंडेड डे 1, they might not have find it difficult at all. Subodh ji भी लेट आया है, by the way. Let me ask very genuine person here, Raja ji. He was never
Sir.
been active, but he attended all the session. Tell me, was it very difficult to calculate these numbers?
No, sir. It is simple.
Absolutely simple है. क्यों हुआ है आपके साथ रजनी जी? Because first of
Sir.
all you thought it is very technical. वो निकाल दीजिए आप दिमाग से. आप नेक्स्ट वाला प्रेजेंटेशन करेंगे ना, आपको बहुत आराम लगेगा.
मैं तो इसमें नहीं आ रही सर. अब आई हैव कुट इट. मैं तो हथियार डाल दी.
नहीं
अब
नहीं, मैं वो हथियार आपको उठवा दूंगा.
ESG इन्वेस्टिंग को फोकस करूंगी. वो भी नहीं हुआ तो वो भी छोड़ दूंगी.
नहीं 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 नहीं, ऐसा तो आप करना ही नहीं.
अरे बोरिंग हो गया सर, ये तो बहुत ज्यादा हो गया. पता नहीं क्या क्या हो रहा है.
अरे हम लोग तो 15 डेज में 45 यूनिट्स थे प्रीलाइट में. वी वर कलेक्टिंग गैदरिंग एंड 15 डेज में 45 डेज का डेटा, 45 यूनिट्स का डेटा करके सब निकालते थे यूनिट्स वाइज, एंड देन 45 यूनिट्स का क्लब करते थे.
एज ए डिसीजन मेकर थोड़ा सा मैं समझ सकता हूँ.
सर हमारे को डाटा बन के समरी बन के मिलता था और हम उस पर डिसीजन ये
बोल रहा
डिसीजन
हूँ ना,
कैलकुलेट करना नीचे वालों का काम था. तो हम
बिल्कुल
लोगों
रजनी
को,
जी. तो
हम
ऐसा
नीचे
ट्रीट
वालों
करोगे ना
हम
आप,
रिटर्न में
ऐसा
जाते ही
ट्रीट,
नहीं.
अगर आप ऐसा ट्रीट करोगे तो यू विल बी बेटर ऑफ. आपने क्या किया है, खुद से कैलकुलेट किया है, इसलिए यू आर
मेरे
कंफ्यूज.
से नहीं होगा ना खुद से कैलकुलेट.
करना ही नहीं चाहिए था. आपने आपने रिलाई कर जाना चाहिए था कंप्लीटली व्हाट इज प्रोवाइडेड टू यू. आपने सीधा बोल देना चाहिए डेटा ही नहीं दिया, आई एम नॉट प्रोड्यूसिंग एनीथिंग आउट ऑफ इट.
नहीं तो डाटा जितना था
है,
कैलकुलेट कर दिया जो मिला.
अप्रोच ही एक्सेप्टेबल है कंप्लीटली. इफ डेटा इज नॉट प्रोवाइडेड यू हैव टू डिस्क्लेम इट. उसका मैं कल सॉल्यूशन बताऊंगा कि ऐसा अगर है और आप नहीं चाहते हो कि मैं नहीं छूना चाहता हूं डेफरा को, दैट इज अ क्राइम टू डू, then we will tell you how to address that. Okay, so meet you tomorrow Rajni ji, don't worry. Let's go for quick test. Easy है, ज्यादा आप स्ट्रेस ना लेना. सब
ये
आदमी
सवाल
तो
है
हमने
इसमें
तो
सर.
सर 2009 दिया करके हमने 2009 का डेटा यूएस एफडीए से यूएन इसमें से
देखो
निकाल
क्या, अभी देखो, अभी
FDA
खुद सुबोध जी बता रहे हैं कहाँ पे वो अटके हैं. अगर उन्होंने 2009 ले लिया ना, तो फिर जाके सारा 2009 का डेटाबेस एक्सेस करना होगा. तन में आपका सारा डेटा रॉन्ग हो जाएगा. होगा कि नहीं होगा?
हाँ एग्जैक्टली, मैं वही बोलना चाहता था.
इसलिए आपको
तो
बेस ईयर
मुझे तो वो गलती
2024
दिखी
लेना है.
नहीं. मुझे वो गलती दिखी नहीं. मुझे 2024 ही समझ में आया. मैंने तो वो कर दी.
बिल्कुल सही किया है ना. कभी कभी क्या होता है ना, गलती से भी अच्छा काम हो जाता है. ठीक है.
See, the base year part you
It's 7
emphasized.
o'clock. 8 o'clock you can come in. Yeah. Sorry, you are asking something.
Yeah, that base year is very important for working out the calculation.
एब्सोल्युटली बेस ईयर बहुत क्रिटिकल है, क्योंकि डेटा आपका चेंज हो जाता है ना. अभी अभी सुबोध जी ने अपने खुद ही बोल दिया है कि आपको 2009 का डेटा लेके आना है. आप किधर से लाएंगे सुबोध जी, आप मेरे को बता दो.
नहीं नहीं फैक्टर्स वगैरह बाकी डेटा तो
इसलिए ट्रायंगुलेशन करनी होती है. अब फैक्टर ही कहाँ से लेके आएंगे? वो 2019 9 का आपको फैक्टर मिलेगा ही नहीं किसी बुक में अभी. आप
नहीं
जाके
मिला ना सर.
डेटा देखो ना. सीए
नहीं मिला ना सर.
हाँ, आपने लिया. ऑफ कोर्स थोड़ा रिसर्च करेंगे, डिग करेंगे, आर्काइव में
इनका
जाएंगे.
यूएनएपीए से लिया ना मैं.
ऑफ कोर्स. बट मेरा पॉइंट ये है कि उसकी सैंक्टिटी क्या है सुबोध जी. 2009 का डेटा जो आप यूज कर रहे हो, उसकी सैंक्टिटी क्या है? हाँ, आप जस्टिफाई कर सकते हो कि 2024 इज एरर एंड आई एम प्रोड्यूसिंग इन 2009 एंड दिस इज व्हाट यू डिड. एंड अप्रोच करेक्ट, एब्सोल्युटली करेक्ट. आपका जम्पशन है, क्लियरली आपने आइडेंटिफाई.
मैं 2009 ही समझा, इसके लिए मैं बोला 2024 इज मिस्टेक,
नहीं नहीं
नॉट
आप
9.
सही किया. अरे मैं आपको गलत नहीं बोल रहा हूं. मैं बोल रहा हूं कि फिर वो डेटा कलेक्ट करने का चैलेंज आता है. अगर आप एड्रेस कर सकते हो, देन यू आर अ टेक्निकल गाय, सो यू एड्रेस्ड इट. आप आर्काइव में गए, उसका डेटा निकाला,
यूएनईपीए के आर्काइव में जाके मिल गया डेटा.
बस खत्म बात है. सो यू कैन डू इट, बट ट्रायंगुलेशन करिए हमेशा. एंड जब हम ट्रायंगुलेशन कल करेंगे तो आप देखना कि कैसे उसका रिजल्ट बदलता है. ठीक है, चलिए. थैंक यू वेरी वेरी मच एवरीवन. आई हैव ऑलरेडी सेंट द टेस्ट इन द चैट बॉक्स. प्लीज स्टार्ट, finish it in 30 minutes. I know you can do it before that. And go home, come fresh tomorrow after 8 o'clock. We will meet tomorrow. Is no urgency for you to come at 7. We will meet at 8. half an hour, I will give you the feedback. Half an hour, of course, I always seek the feedback if there is any. Otherwise, thank you and good to meet you all. Take care. Bye-bye. See you. जरूरी नहीं है कि आप लोग लाइव होके के करें. आप लोग means I trust you guys that there is no point you will do any kind of here and there. You can take the link, answer in next half an hour, maximum 1 hour. That's the time limit. And tomorrow we will discuss about the test. कि कौन सा एरिया जाके कौन सा वीडियो आपको देखना चाहिए. So you will be better off. That's what we will discuss. And with your permission, shall I stop the class or shall I keep it running? Whichever way you want, I'm okay
नहीं
with.
सर, आप क्लास स्टॉप कर दीजिए, हम लोग
हाँ,
टेस्ट
क्लास कर
आ
दीजिए,
गया,
हम लोग
जो
कर
होगा
देंगे.
कर देंगे.
बिल्कुल. So everybody has taken the
मैं
link.
भी क्या करती हूँ शुरू.
Ravindra
Yes,
ji.
yes.
Sir, I have a question. What time are you free actually
It,
to call
Achha,
with you?
for
Yes,
me,
take them.
you want to speak with me, Tanmay, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Anytime. Call me after this. No worries.
Okay, okay. No, sir.
100%. Okay. I'm sending the link. Anybody who has not got the link can take it now. Yeah. And then we will disperse. We will meet tomorrow, 8 o'clock. Nothing in hurry. Raja ji, did you get the link for exam?
Vivek, I got it. Yeah, thank you.
Ravindra ji.
It's there in the chat box perhaps.
Bilkul.
Mm-hmm.
So you can take your time, attempt it, and come back. Okay. Raja ji, I'm asking him because sometime he feel. Let me send him personal.